Let me do this limit by three methods. It's a good question, of course, for those who are taking calculus in a basic calculus course. Now, the first method, I think this is a method that most of the students like it. I let this be y. Okay, this limit be y. Therefore, log y is equal to the limit x goes to this one. This index becomes right cosine x minus sine x, and the log tangent x. It's obvious. Then we check the limit. This is 1, right? Log 1 is 0. This cosine quarter pi minus sine quarter pi is also 0. So we can use L'Hopital's rule. So this becomes the limit x goes to quarter pi. This will this derivative with respect to x is 1 over tangent. 1 over tangent is cosine over sine. Multiplied by the derivative tangent, that's the chain rule. Derivative tangent is a secant square. So equal 1 minus cosine square. That's a secant square. This derivative is in negative sine. This derivative is in negative cosine. Yeah. So this one is equal to this was 1, right? This limit is 1. This one is multiplied by, this is 1 over cosine squares, right? This becomes this. And this is a negative 1 over root 2. This is a negative 1 over root 2. So overall is becomes how to calculate. This is 2, right? Yeah. This is negative root 2. Yeah, okay, so finally this becomes a negative root 2. So my y, see, which is the limit, right? The y is equal to e to the negative root 2. So this is my limit by method 1. Okay, method 2. Method 2, I'm using this formula. What? The limit, something go to 0, 1 minus something over 1 over something power, which is equal to e, right? That's where e comes from. Or we have this. Something goes to infinity, 1 plus 1 over something to something is e, right? Yeah, of course, this is these are well-known limits. Now, this time I'm using this. The limit x close to quarter pi tangent x to the power cosine minus sine. I want to use those limits. So I must create this kind of form, right? Now, how cosine or tangent is sine over cosine, right? And plus cosine minus cosine. That will be still same, right? So this is 1. See, I have a 1 plus sine minus cosine over cosine. See, that is tangent. See, the reason I'm writing this way because I want to use the formula. See, I have a 1. I want 1 here. Okay. So this one is equal to the limit x goes to quarter pi 1 plus sine x minus cosine x over cosine x. Okay, here I need a reciprocal of that. I need a reciprocal of this. The reciprocal of that is cosine and the sine minus cosine. If I'm writing this way, it's no longer being equal. No longer being equal to our limit, right? I want this to be equal. I want this one's equal to that. Therefore, I have to delete that one. Delete this one by multiply cosine under sine minus cosine. So this is 1, right? This becomes 1. Then I have this original. This becomes cosine minus sine. So this one is this. This one is equal to 1. So is the equal sign is still there. So that is equal to, right? Now, the limit of x equal pi, this goes to 1. No, sorry. This goes to 0. And this limit is go to e. Because this goes to 0, this is a 1 over that, right? The reciprocal of that. So the whole thing becomes e. And the leftover is sine x minus cosine x over cosine x minus sine x. So this one and the other one is just negative each other, right? So equal to the limit x goes to quarter pi e to the negative, right? 1 over cosine. Because this over that one is negative 1. This one equal to, when this one goes to quarter pi is 1 over root 2. So these, see? So I find the limit. Yeah, by method 2. Method 3. The limit x goes to quarter pi tangent cosine minus sine. Okay, that is the limit we want to find. And I must be using, where's the formula? Yeah, those are formulas, right? So I want to create the formula so I can use this one. I can bring E. Now, how do I create this one? I must create 1. See, this is tangent x. So this one is equal to the limit x goes to quarter pi. I need a 1. Yeah. But I must keep equal sign. Okay, so therefore plus tangent x minus 1. Right? Yeah, this is good. And I must have this reciprocal. So I must have this reciprocal. 1 over tangent minus 1. But I have to maintain equal sign. So this is a tangent minus 1. So this is 1, isn't it? So I have this one. 1 over cosine x minus sine x. Now it's equal, right? The equal signs are back. Yeah. This one is 1. This one is there. So it's equal. But same time that this gives me E. See, this gives me E, right? When this goes to 0. So it becomes the limit goes to quarter pi E to what had been left over. So this is a tangent x left cosine minus sine. Then we take limits. This one is 1. This one is 2. 1 over root 2 minus quarter pi. Yeah, plus or minus. Minus tangent minus 1. Huh? Sorry, if I get minus 1. And when this one goes to quarter pi, this is the numerator is a 0. So is this one. So we can use L'Hopital's rule. This one goes to quarter pi e to the L'Hopital's rule. This one is secant square, right? Secant square. And this one becomes negative sine. This is a negative cosine. So this becomes e to the, right, this is 2, right? This is 2, yeah. It's negative 2. Yeah, okay, then the limit is e to the negative root 2. Should be the same thing. Well, these are very good methods. Okay, so I find the limit by using 3 methods. Thank you.